UFO that was identical UFOs seen 9,000 miles apart. One in the state of Georgia, and the identical UFO was seen in Australia at the same time.
That is so interesting. Now, Ryan, we got just a couple minutes. What more do you have? Because I got people texting me on my phone because I got it back up because I got the cord plugged into the computer charging it, and they want to hear the reports. They've been waiting for you to come on.
Alrighty, so I got 3 from around my area that I received myself, and this is within the last month. So I have one. It was in Butler, Pennsylvania. These 2 girls, I guess, were outside. They were smoking. That's where a lot of these take place, by the way. And they looked up. They saw 2 orange orbs come by. Like I told you guys last time, a lot of orb sightings around here for some reason. I have no idea why. But anyways, they saw those 2. They came to a complete stop. And then the one, I guess, just took off so fast. The other one was still sitting behind. And then slowly it moved into the clouds and disappeared.
Interesting.
And that happened last week.
How old did you know? How old the report was from the individuals? How old they were?
The one female was 23, and the other one was 19.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I also received another one, but this one is from more towards, I guess, Harrisburg area. But it was a black triangle. And this was seen at about 12:30 on a Sunday, and it was flying. I guess it was flying over. He said he was outside doing something with the lawn. Anyways, there was a jet below it, and then he said there was a huge black triangle over top, but it was going so fast. I asked him, "Do you think the jet below it recognized it, or it had to have seen it?" I mean, if the way you're talking, he said. Absolutely, he had to have seen this. And he also called the weather station to get how high the clouds were to judge where this triangle was. He said the clouds were at about 35,000 feet that day. So it had to have been well over 40,000 feet.
Interesting on that.
Yes, sir. We got one more here, and this is from Pittsburgh, and it's from a 43-year-old female. And this was on Tuesday. I just got this one in. And she was getting out of work. And this was about 6:30. She said there was other witnesses to this, but obviously there are people that worked at her workplace. They didn't really want to discuss it. And she really didn't want to discuss it either. So she said there was a green ball of light. All of a sudden it appeared up in the sky. She just noticed it there. And then all of a sudden, she looked over and saw another one. It looked like it was coming off the ground and into the sky. And then all of a sudden, they teamed up with each other. But then, as soon as the other one passed with the other green orb, it took off with it like it was already with it to begin with. And it disappeared into the sky. And she said it lasted about 30 seconds.
Yeah, most of the sightings are, under 2 minutes. That's another thing. It's interesting, too.
Exactly. I think the longest one I have personally, I actually have it on video, was I got an orb being tailed by, I'm going to guess it was a military vehicle. I'll have to send you this video here, Gary. But it's being tailed by something. And I have it, it's about 3.5 minutes long. And then 2 weeks later, I got this same exact thing on film again.
Interesting. Now, for people, if they want to get a hold of you to report UFOs or sightings or aliens, how can they get a hold of you, Ryan?
They can get a hold of me at ryaninvestigator@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or you can also look me up on Facebook.
You know what I need to do? You got to send me that, for I don't forget, because I'm getting old. I'm getting senile. I will put that up.
Definitely will.
On the on our website, where it has a little blurb about you and your photograph.
Yes, sir.
I'll put in there a link where they can get a hold of you on reporting sightings.
Roger that. Yeah, I welcome any kind of sighting. They can also, if they want, send me crypto sightings as well. So.
Okay, like Mothman?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I help out Lon Strickler over there at phantomsandmonsters.com. So yeah, any sighting like that is very welcome.
You know, there's been a report, more reports lately of Mothmen all over the country. I mean, there's one that was reported here about a week or two ago in Oregon. There was one reported in Idaho, and from very credible people. And it's scary. But then, you know, James sent me a picture, which I've seen dozens and dozens of times, honestly, on Facebook, but never associated. A bat. It's about 3 feet long. It has a head. It looks almost like a dog with a long nose, and it's hairy. Right, James?
Oh yeah, it's a freaky looking thing. It's a fuzzy bat with a kind of head. Kind of looks like a terrier dog almost.
Yeah,
like a rat terrier or some kind of terrier.
A dog with wings.
Yeah, and a nose like a dog too. That's what's intriguing. And if you just saw the head, you'd think, "Oh my God, that's an ugly looking dog." But I mean, you'd think it's a dog, but it's a bat.
That's insane. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy creatures out there for sure.
Well, you know, because of the earth changes, Ryan, you think about this. Animals, you know, not just animals, but birds and all this stuff. Some of the big birds, you know, they're not going where they normally would go. They're going in other directions, other states, because the magnetic field is changing. The weather climate's changing. So people are not used to seeing cranes, for example, or pelicans.
Exactly.
And to them, they see one. Oh my God! You know what that is? That's a raptor. You know, from a distance. I posted a picture up on our group page for the show of what was that? What state was that, James? Of that big flying bird?
That was Pennsylvania. Actually, it was eastern Pennsylvania.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you know, but I don't know if it's a real picture or not. I haven't had a chance to study it, but that looks like it was taken from a dash cam. So
exactly, yeah,
they don't have the highest resolution in the world because they're not meant to. They're meant to, you know, if you get in a car accident or something, you got proof the guy in front of you stopped and you rear-ended him or something.
Pretty much.
So, what do you think about these abductions? I'm sure you listened to Calvin Parker tonight, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, I really enjoy his account. I mean, I don't, you know, I feel bad saying that, but I do. I just love hearing different accounts of abduction. There's something about it. It's honestly, to me, it's just fascinating. And I don't know, for his it just blows my mind, to be honest with you. I mean, the whole part also, too, where the cops did that to him and stuff, it just, to me, even back then, it was a smart thing to do. I guess they probably should have tried to do that to a lot of other abductees, but I guess at the time, no one was really, or at least too afraid to report their abductions.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, the thing is, you know, Calvin's been on about 4 times. This is the first time. Have you noticed, James, he really opened up tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. He sure did. And, yeah, it's amazing. And every time he kind of learns something more. And this time he opened up a little bit more about this. And he kind of got reminded about something that he hadn't thought about for a while. And he shared it with us. So that was good.
Yeah, I mean, he opened up on not just 1 or 2 things, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
That reminds me. Oh, sorry about that, Gary.
No, I was just saying, and I don't know if you listened to last night's show. If you didn't, you need to go back onto the archives and listen to Whitney Stryber and listen to what he had to say about what has been going on since his first abduction, his implant, and what's going on with him now. He's come to a different conclusion, you know, that they're trying to communicate with us, but we're not intelligent enough to realize that these aliens are trying to communicate with us.
Yeah, I can. You know, a lot of people I tell about Whitley, especially people I know, they don't. When I tell them about the implant in his ear, they have such a hard time believing it.
I don't know. But you know what? Then again, I can listen to like Terry Lovelace saying that he had an implant in his knee. Calvin Parker had an implant in his arm. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of people that had, you know, implants removed or, you know, they showed up on MRI. They're not just in one place. I mean, there's been people that have had them, just like Calvin Parker. I think they were trying to put an implant up his nostrils, actually, up into the sinus area.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
You know, Gary,
That's
I just got a story come in. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, no, go ahead, James. You're fine. Go ahead. Apologize.
I was just gonna say I got a story come in from our friend Lon, and this story dates back about 10 years ago, but it happened in your state there, Gary. This mother and daughter, you know, the daughter was, I think she's 18, 20 years old in that range, and she went to bed. So the mother went on upstairs to go to bed, and the daughter's door was shut, but underneath the door, you know, there's a crack, and she's seen light coming from the door. So she thought, well, let me check on her. She opens the door, and it went total black. But her daughter is totally missing. All the windows are locked, and she's gone. She's just, like, gone. Her car's there, her purse, everything's there, her cell phone, it's all there. Police come and everything.
She's a school teacher.
And police come and everything, she's gone. It was, they think she was abducted, one of those that was abducted and never returned.
That's the problem. I've been saying that and preaching that. Again, you know, like Lovelace mentioned, Terry Lovelace mentioned all these people were on that craft, and him and his buddy was, you know, put back down on Earth. But these other people, the craft took off with all these people in it. And, you know, with him, you know, hearing the screams and all this stuff that was going on, you know, just like he said, he doesn't think they were returned. They were taken somewhere. And maybe they were put into these glass things. Who knows?
You know, the other odd part to Terry's story, too, is what happens in the aftermath when he gets up at night, you know, and there's that being sitting in front of him. Like that, to me, it seems like they're trying to be, you know, nice to him and all this. It just seems, well, to me, they're trying to show, in a way, love to him. But how can you have love when all that stuff has happened to you that he describes? I don't get the point of her sitting down and talking to him.
I think it's brainwashing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more than this to keep you confused, keep you scared for you don't open your mouth. I don't know. Well, hey, Ryan, I want to thank you for coming on again. One more time, your Gmail account for people can, you know, contact you about their sightings and stuff again.
All right, it's RyanInvestigator@gmail.com, and you can also look me up on Facebook. That's Ryan Fusco.
And you can find them also at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Hey, Ryan, have a great weekend, will you?
Hey, you too, fellas.
You take care.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
So anyway, James, again, like clockwork, all week long, something is going on between your Skype and today, my Skype. Why would I lose on 3 computers, 3 different Skype accounts, all the passwords simultaneously? Isn't that kind of strange?
It is. It's like a ghost in the machine. I was sitting here watching. It got past the 38 mark. I thought I was home free, but 2 minutes later, gone.
Yeah,
Dropped.
I was waiting. I was sitting there looking at my digital clock on the wall, you know, and it was going, okay, he has 2 minutes. Is it going to go? And hey, it's always within a 2-minute frame. That's what it is. It's not exactly the same time each night. It's within 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this was the 4th day in a row, I believe.
Yeah. Actually, it's 50th. Every day this week it did it. Every day.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. That's right. Today's Friday. Yeah, 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. Well, anyway, guys, we're going to be back on Monday on Night Dreams Talk Radio. Again, please share us on your media. Tell your friends to listen to Night Dreams Talk Radio. We do rule the early night in talk radio. We come on at 6 p.m. Pacific West Coast time to 10 o'clock Pacific. That's 9 to 1 a.m. Eastern time. And you know what? We have great guests in the paranormal. For the last couple of weeks, we've been talking a lot about UFOs and abductions because it's a hot topic. But we're going to be talking very shortly with ghost hunters. We're going to be talking about time travel, which we have talked quite a bit, like with Tim Swartz. We just have, you know, a show geared for what you want to hear. We don't give you a lot of hype. We give you, you know, what actually is going on with the best guest that we can get on the show. So, again, it's important that you go to our website, www.Night Dreams Talk Radio. Check it out. It'll be updated this weekend with, all our guests for